Episode 1 of The Wild Beyond. This is my friend Kyle's campaign, GM Kyle, tonight. Of course, he plays various characters in my Abomination Vaults campaign. Tonight, he's going to play a new character, the character of GM, if there is such a thing. He's going to be running this little campaign, The Wild Beyond, and essentially it's a spin-off from the Abomination Vaults, same timeline, Starstone Isle, but this is some new characters, new adventures, from what I know so far. I am, in fact, a player in this little sub-campaign, mini-campaign, or full-on campaign offshoot of the Abomination Vaults. And we're going to see what happens. Everybody starts at 3rd level. That's interesting. We've got my friend Patrick here, too, as well as Rachel, myself, and Kyle. And Jesse probably is missing tonight. He's off camping, so he'll probably be with us in the next episode. We're going to keep this going, see how far we can take it. So, without further ado, I'm going to let Kyle run the show. So, Kyle, take over, my friend. You got it. Reins are yours.
Hello, my friends. Bear with me. I have not done this for a year and a half, but we're going to give it a fair go anyway. Alright. When last we left our intrepid band of adventurers, they did not exist, except in the minds of the people who play them tonight. Still, the height of summer still gets quite warm throughout the days. About 3 days' journey northwest from the city of Otari, where various other mischievous deeds have been taking place, we find our group of adventurers trudging along with a caravan of trade goods with a promise of hopefully gold, glory for sure. For they have been contracted by the mayor, per his request, to go out and seek the rights to the more exotic timbers that lie in the Starstone Isle. 10 gold apiece was offered as well. You find yourselves trudging through a very small road. Thick overgrowth along each side of the embankment. It is very thick. It is very dense. It is easy to walk in. The road is well traveled. There's moss on each side of the road, which quiets your footfall as you go through. A light drizzle of rain has begun to fall and seep and wick its way through the branches onto the road that you are currently walking on. You hear the neighing of horses and the trudging and squeaking wheels of the wagon as it trundles along the road. And with that, we are going to introduce our players tonight. So, Fritz, who you playing?
Thanks, Kyle. Tonight I'm going to be playing Scalanus Norwin, a whisper elf. He's got long white hair, well kept, very pronounced facial features. He keeps to himself. He's a quiet sort of fellow. Always seems to be cloaked and hooded whenever his fellows see him. Not much is really known about him by his fellows. He does have some secrets. But, yeah, Scanless Norwin, he is a rogue. We'll leave it at that. And that's who I'm playing tonight.
Fantastic. Are you excited to get to do some sneaky stuff?
I am. I never played a rogue before, so this is going to be brand new. Interesting.
There we go. Mr. Patrick, who you playing tonight?
I'll be playing Barillo Toril, a half-orc cleric of Gorum, he/him pronouns. And he is a 6'7", over 200 pounds beast of a man who is adorned in full plate armor and wields a monstrous greatsword that's thicker than like even most swords. So much so that it looks like just almost a chunk of raw iron, pretty much. And I imagine if he could find a seat in the back of the caravan rather than walking, he would be just sitting there patiently, just looking around right now. Black hair in these like braids going down his back, and some strange markings all along his arms, as well as mixed in with various different scars.
Like a man of mystery yourself, breaking out the heavy artillery, I see. Very nice. And Miss Rachel, who are you playing tonight? Enlighten us with the name.
Now what's that supposed to mean?
Name that I cannot pronounce at all. Not one bit.
So tonight I'll be playing Harakcha Uftak, daughter of Kural, House of Kural. I will just call her Hera for short, as that's what she'll prefer regardless. Anyone butchering her name, she just might get offended. She is a fighter, most accustomed to those large, bulky, two-handed weapons, and it's not like she has any trouble swinging those around. She has shallow background in bounty hunting, as she believes there's no honor in being a lawbreaker or a thief.
Very nice, very nice. So we have a full cast this evening, and you're not alone along your journey. You see, journeying with you about a dozen people, maybe 2 or 3 guards. The rest seem to be just simple common folk on the way northwest. You've got another 4 or 5 days journey, you're told, before you reach what can only be described to you as a refuge. Is what these caravan guards describe it as. It is simply a small wooden town that they call the refuge. And you see a particular family. They appear to be human in size and stature, but you can clearly see that they have pointy elven ears. And one in particular, a young lady, standing roughly about 5 foot tall, strikes everyone's gaze immediately. She has been born she's been born disfigured, and her body has some disfigurement, and she seems really particularly taken to Scalanis. Seems to be talking to you a bit more than she does the others.
And what was her name?
Name is Serana. Seranna. Sweet soul. As she sees everybody's sitting together, she will then begin to ask if you have any of you ever been this far north?
Perhaps I have, replies Scalanus. I've traveled all across the Starstone Isle. Many places unseen by human eye. Many places indeed. But tell me more about you. You seem to have suffered some anguish and pain in your life. Is there something I or my companion should know about you?
No, you can see that as she sits, she is sort of hunched over. She's got an abnormally large growth on her back. One arm is a little shorter than the other. Doesn't seem to diminish her sort of upbeat, happy attitude. It's just how I was born.
I see.
I've learned to live with it.
Well, good on you. And how old did you say? You said she's elven?
Half elven.
Half elven.
23. She looks around to you, Barillo, and you, Hera. Ah, warriors! I love the tales of gallant heroes. Have you fought much in your travels?
Barillo has been occasionally glancing over at this child, but more in like the passing gaze sort of situation where it's like he's constantly been observing the caravan and different people in the caravan. So they've seen each other a few times, but he looks down at her with his like stone gray eyes and goes, I have fought before and I've trained, but I've never had to use them much. I've always been a person of restraint when I can.
So GM, just to interrupt here, is this how well do we know each other?
You've traveled with each other for the last couple days. You've sort of all came together for the promise of this much gold. 10 gold per tree is quite the pork chop.
So we're all kind of new to each other, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
But over the course of the previous 3 days, you got the chance to sort of feel each other out and speak with each other. Not really much else to do except for walk. After a few moments, you guys see Serana. She simply pulls out a book and begins to read. It appears to be some sort of folk hero tale that she's borrowed or bought from the local bookstore before she left Otari.
Hera takes her hand and pushes the book downward. I thought you said you liked tales. Tales are best spoken, not read. I've got a mighty tale.
Oh. Okay. She closes the book and looks patiently at you with waiting eyes.
I was in a swamp. Not just me, 5 other troops. Why there were troops, I don't know. I was just thrown into the mix. I don't like to deal with politics or soldiers, but we were facing some large, squishy creature, and I use squishy because, well, if you ever walked inside one or turned it inside out, everything's squishy. So I'm going to use that to describe every creature I ever talk about.
Her eyes get kind of wide as she listens to this.
We heard news of its recent whereabouts, which was the swamp. We walked in carefully, quietly. My boots had never been so muddy before. Well,
Do you not like mud on your boots, miss?
no, you can't see your reflection in muddy boots. Anyways, I digress. We approach this squishy creature, and we try to surround it. But some fool, this troop, whatever, he steps on this twig, this giant branch. I know what I'm talking about. Everyone shush.
Yes, ma'am.
This giant branch runs right into it, makes tons of noise. Well, this creature wakes up in some sort of slumber or trance. I didn't pay attention. Well, needless to say, I was at the ready, as I always am, and I had my trusty glaive here. And I don't know if you know anything about glaives, but she fully extends it and kind of right past her ear, not jamming it at her face, but just kind of resting it at this distance. You got some really good reach with these kind of weapons, and well, I just gave it a slice here and a slice there. The troops poked at it, but really I'm the one that finished this beast off, and it gave me quite a fight. It gobbled me up and spit me out, and a few times actually.
That must have been hard to get out of the armor.
Can Scalanus
The whole time.
can Scalanus tell that whether she's being honest about this story, or is it too obvious that she's just trying to impress this little girl? Can I tell?
Well,
Is it obvious? Or can I make a check?
make check if you like, Fritz.
Alright, that's a perception check. To sense motive. I just want to
Boy,
see if
Rachel, I think he's on to you.
I just want to see what's going on here.
Is that good enough, Rachel?
Oh, I pressed a button.
Did the roll go through?
Let
Sense
me
all the
look at my deception. It is not good enough.
You believe every word she's saying. Scalanus, right down to the
you can feel suspicious about it, but
Yeah, Scalanus feels pretty suspicious, but he's also, at this stage, he kind of turns his self to the side and pulls the hood over his face, disinterested in this tale, truthful as it might be.
yeah, so Hera just continues on with her story. She's not the greatest storyteller, but she goes on nonetheless, just to prove that it's best to tell stories in the moment and with friends and as loudly as possible. By the way, she's screaming this out, giving a battle cry here or there as she describes this attack that she made on the squishy monster.
You see a few of the other people sort of cover their ears at the scream, and a few of the guardsmen sort of timidly jerk back, looking at the wagon like, what the hell just went down? But after Hera finishes Serana, she will sort of timidly smile. She can't really run from this situation, even though she probably wants to. And she just, thank you.
Anytime. Just shouts this out.
Quite impressive.
It's like she's trying to overcompensate for any part of her that still looks more human than orc. Oh no, I'll be right back. Headset's on, you can keep going.
Okay.
So are we walking or are we in a wagon?
You're on the wagon right now.
We're on a
You're
wagon.
riding.
Okay.
But all that's about to change as the wagon comes to a stop, and a few of the guardsmen come around to the wagon, approaching you three. One of the guardsmen sort of approaches as this wagon comes to a stop near a clearing. Scenery really opens up. You see just lush green fields, almost like you had taken a stroll into some other peaceful, fairy-like place. Very green. It seems to be popping with life. And the guardsman approaches. Oi, you three. You look pretty capable. We're in need of scouts to scout the road ahead.
Perhaps that is me and where I come in. And I'll pop off the wagon. Show me the way.
Alright. Just walk down the road there. Don't get too far ahead of us. Supposedly there's wolves in the area. Don't wanna lose the horses. And he sort of motions down the road.
Don't worry about me. Keep your eyes peeled. And I'll move up the road just a short distance, and as soon as possible, I'll disappear into the side amongst the leaves and the trees. They probably can't see me. If you want a stealth check, I could make one. But I'm basically going out of sight.
Pretty much out of sight there, yeah.
Okay.
Is anybody else going with him?
Of course.
Yeah. Whoa. That came out weird on my side.
Yeah, like really weird.
yeah.
It sounded like you were gargling a fish there.
I look at Hera and I just motion to the
Noisy orcs.
road ahead before I begin even walking down it.
So, as you two, Perillo and Hera, begin to make your way down the road, you seem to lost sight of your other little elven companion who was following along with you, and Kravius obviously followed along behind. Serana goes back to reading her book, now in full peace, as you guys begin to explore down the road. Down the road, probably 70 yards, it turns into a sharp turn, and you see nothing that's out of place. You don't feel like anything's out of place. You can still hear birds chirping and things moving. Fritz, give me a survival check, please.
Public? I made a public one.
Public's fine. For you, who is, as far as you're aware, hidden from the other two brutish half-orcs behind you, you can hear them coming. You know that they're there.
Yes, noisy. As usual.
As you begin to effortlessly move your way through the forest edge by the road, probably about 20 feet in, gets pretty thick, you spot what looks like a series of tracks. Appear to be humanoid in some capacity. Kind of startles you for a minute.
But
You
wait,
have not passed a soul in the last 4 days of travel.
what way are they going?
Going deeper into the woods,
Away from us?
away from it.
Interesting.
They seem to be sort of walking, and then they would stop. Like, you could clearly see this by looking at the ground, like by how their boots would turn sideways. They were looking back toward the road. And at that point, I'd like you to make a reflex saving throw, please, my good man. Frets. It is at that particular point when you feel something slap the back of your head. You have been struck with a sleeping arrow. You are now unconscious.
All right. I do have the ability to spot any kind of traps without actively looking for them. It's just a natural thing before a save throw. At least that's what I think I have. It's up to you whether I can do that or not. That's a feat.
That would normally apply, except for this was not a trap.
Okay. You got me.
The rogue has been nullified.
He has.
You are now sound asleep.
All right.
You feel something tugging at your boots, though you can't open your eyes to
Am
find
I-
out what it is.
Am I paralyzed or am I asleep?
Sleep.
Okay.
Right. Barillo, make a survival check.
Thanks, Kyle.
Okay. Yeah. Not even 20 minutes in, and you're knocked unconscious. Survival, you said?
Survival, my good man. You fail to spot even the slightest hint of any sign of Scalanus along your way.
And
Jeez, where'd the elf go?
can
Hera, make a survival check, please.
all right. Don't know if it makes anything, but I do have experienced tracker. But I shall roll.
Might give you a little boost there.
Did you say public?
You can do public.
Yeah, let's see how badly I do. Oh, I was so scared.
Off in the distance, off to the left, probably about 20 feet inside the forest, you see what looks like a branch just swinging, broken over, swinging. Like something passed through here. Do you approach?
Yeah, I do approach. And I of course, I shout all the time, "What is this? What is that over there? I'm gonna look."
Oh, joy.
Where are you
As-
going?
I'm going to the swinging branch, or wherever this movement was.
It's to the left off the road about 20 feet. And there you see footprints. Looks like two sets and something being dragged along further deeper into the woods.
I shout, "I think I found something here. Barillo!" She shouts out, "Scolatus, come here!"
Scold! We found something!
You get no reply.
"Hello? I won't wait around forever. Come from the shadows. Sneaky. I don't like not knowing where everybody is."
Let the elf to his own games.
But this isn't a time for games. Maybe you have a point, though. What do you suppose these tracks mean? As she points them out.
Please.
Once again, it looks like two sets of boot prints and then something being dragged.
Well, either there was a wolf or a person walking along this path. And then they were either knocked out or killed. and probably are being dragged off.
They did say something about wolves. Can I take a closer look at the tracks to see like what kind of tracks they are, or what kind of
Sure can.
dragging and things like that?
You sure can. Give me another survival. Fritz, roll me a d10, please.
I got an 18 in total.
18, not bad.
1.
Okay. You see Hera. A lone dagger off to the left, but where this trail starts. By where this dragging trail starts. It looks iconically familiar to something that you've seen this morning on a particular elf who
I
was
point
not at
this
all impersonable.
I point this out again to, I guess, the only audience, Barillo. Look, there's a dagger. It looks strikingly similar to Scalanis's. I think I've seen this. Come out, imposter! Somebody's dressing up like Scalanis and sneaking around.
Or this is Scalanis's dagger.
But what are the chances? Scalanis was just right there. I can't see that elf being so careless with something like this dagger. Look at it. Looks like it's a prized possession.
I don't think you... Let's go.
Is anybody picking up the dagger?
Yeah, I'll pick up the dagger.
Roll me a reflex save, please. Both of you, please roll me a reflex save.
Oh.
No.
Barillo, as you pull at the dagger, you see at the last possible second the string that goes along to a swinging spike that comes sailing just past your nose and impales Hera as she went to turn away. You are going to take 8 points of piercing damage. Hera. Barillo is safe.
Oh, what was that?
Ooh.
Why'd
That's
you
rough.
do that?
You hear a very sickening thunk as it impacts. And then we're going to jump up to Fritz. You feel yourself, Fritz, probably 15 minutes max has passed. You feel yourself being drugged along the dirt floor. You can feel branches smacking you as you're being drugged up and over. The fog of sleep begins to fade. You've been tied. You've been gagged. Your hands are behind your back. You look around from your position on your stomach, and you are greeted by a grotesque sight. You see a goblin holding the rope that's tied to your hog tie. All you see is a goblin head. The rest of it is cloaked. What would you like to do?
I'm gagged, right?
You are gagged.
Hands behind the back. I'm going to feel the binding. And would it be possible to kind of start working them to get free? Could I make a...
You could try to loosen your bindings, absolutely. Give me a thievery check.
All right. At least to get a start on it while this is happening, because I think Scalanus would immediately, by instinct, go right for that. That's what he would do immediately to get himself free.
Okay. Yeah, but you can certainly try to work in your bindings.
Is this
But
blind
you
or
do
public?
Everything's public.
Okay. Go ahead.
Very good. You fidget a bit, trying to be, or I assume that you're trying to be discreet.
Yes.
You start to begin to feel the ropes sort of move and give way as this goblin continues to drag you. But you do hear something odd about this goblin. Every time it steps, you hear a faint metallic click, clunk, 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 as it steps and continues to drag you deeper and deeper into the forest.
Okay.
You see nothing else. You don't see any other goblins around. Just this one.
Is it
And he's
is it
odd.
is it daylight? What time of day is it?
It is roughly noon.
Okay.
Sorry, I totally forgot that. My bad.
It's okay. So I could see all this stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is in broad daylight.
Well, as I work the ropes, the binds on me, I'll continue to do so. But I'm very conscious of my weapons and anything else I was normally carrying, which is all my gear, basically. I don't have much. But I do have a rapier. I do have a number of daggers, some of which are hidden, tucked in boots, all over me. And I still have my cloak on, I assume.
You do.
And do I still sense my weapons are present?
You do sense that your weapons are present because you got them strapped on. However, you cannot feel your backpack. And as you look around, you see in the goblin's other hand, as this fairly small goblin is pulling you quite effortlessly with one hand.
Yeah.
You see in his other hand your bag of goodies.
Yeah, there's something up about this goblin. I'll continue to work those bonds, knowing that my weapons are at hand. When I get free, the situation will change, I think to myself. And I'll continue to let him drag me and take him where he leads. But I'm going to continue to work those binds.
Okay. Takes you about another 10 minutes to work those bindings. Finally, you feel one hand free. Aha, both hands free. Do you make any sort of quick, sudden movements that might alert this goblin that your hands have been free? Or do you go slow and methodical, as the goblin is looking away from you right now?
He's
still
alone.
believing that you are asleep.
He's alone.
He is.
I'm going to... Let me grab my thing here.
He's going to consult the oracle, guys.
Yes, I'm going to consult the oracle. What would Scalanus do? I think he would be sneaky about this as much as possible. I'll continue to let him think that I'm bound and asleep, I would assume. And slowly I would double-check my weapons without making it obvious that I'm awake. When he's not looking, I'll reach over. Is my dagger close at hand? Is it on my belt? How about my boot? You know, I don't want to make it too obvious. I just want to keep my bearings. So when it stops, when I see an opportunity, I'm going to surprise him.
Okay. And you do so over the course of the next several minutes, and you find that all your weapons are indeed intact. The hidden dagger behind the small of your back. Check. Dagger in your boots. Still there. And now we're going to cut to the chase. Barillo, Hera, what are you doing? You have just been booby-trapped. Hera's been spiked. You see evidence of something or someone being dragged along the road. Well, deeper into the forest, away from the road.
Um,
Well, oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, I guess Barillo would, like, try and look at this like booby trap and like try and break it as quickly as he could.
Okay, give me a thievery check.
Oh.
Public.
Here you go.
Not good enough. It seems to be well outside your wheelhouse.
Is this what hurt me? And Barillo's pointing at whatever. No, not Barillo. Hera is pointing at whatever Barillo's messing with.
Yeah.
Step aside. It needs to pay. That hurt.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Barillo just takes 2 steps back.
And I'm going to kick it in.
Okay. Make an arm strike.
She's just gonna bash it in with her foot. I got a 28.
As you kick it, you see the full extent of this trap, Hera. It has been mounted to the tree that was in very close proximity by where this trail, by where someone was drug, goes off further into the forest. It's almost like, sensing from your bounty hunter background, it's almost like somebody laid a trap and funneled somebody or something into this exact spot. And as you kick it down, it crumbles and it breaks and splinters, and you are free to grab the metal spike that was affixed and tied onto the wooden limb if you so wish.
Oh yeah, she'll grab it, throw it in her back. Creating traps like a coward. Very dishonorable.
And
On that
now,
respect,
what
I'll
are you
agree
doing?
to you. Yeah, Barillo looks at her and goes, "In that regard, I agree with, but if they're leaving traps, that means somebody's coming here often, and we still haven't seen the elf yet."
You don't think
Although you do
the
have
elf
his
let
dagger in your hand
himself
right
get
now,
caught?
Barillo.
Yeah, but we see the dagger and not the elf, so
and away from the road too.
yeah. So I think Barillo's gonna start uh not like full out sprint, but like heavy footed jogging essentially. Like down this pathway as fast as he can.
The path where somebody was drugged, right?
Yeah.
Make me a survival check, please. And are you doing the same thing, Hera?
Yeah, she'll try to keep pace with Barillo.
Okay. Before you do that, make me a reflex saving throw, please.
25.
You're safe. Keep going. Brillo, as you're running through this trail, you're getting smacked in the face by branches moving back and forth. You separated a few branches and then you let them go real quick, and Hera kind of got the brunt of the face full of twigs there. Wasn't very gracious on that one as you continued to make your way at a very quick pace. along this drug trail. You've now ventured probably 100 yards in about 10 to 15 minutes time. Now we're going to go up to Scalatus because the time is now, my friend. Suddenly, this goblin stops by another clearing. Sort of pulls you over next to a tree and begins to rummage through its bag, seemingly trying, and pulls out a dead fish and begins to consume it. Its back is turned to you.
That is exactly the moment I have waited for. I'm going to grip one of my daggers. I'm not going to draw it, but I'm going to grip it. And what I would like to do is I would like to leap up, throw the bonds off, leap up, and get some distance and lob that knife at him. Basically,
So leap up, run, draw, knife, throw.
yeah,
right?
Basically 3 actions if it was a combat. So it's up to you how you want to time that. But I'm essentially attacking him with surprise while he's flat-footed.
Just
If I
for
can do
giggles,
that.
make me an acrobatics check for vaulting up.
Yes, I will do so.
21, good enough. You expertly land on your feet and don't even so much as make a footfall.
Excellent. I can move 20, I think it's 35 feet.
Mhm. You
And
can move your max
yeah,
movement.
I'd like to get 35 feet away from him. And
Okay.
while once I do that, I'd like to take advantage of my sneak attack and surprise attack. He's flat-footed. I'll be doing extra damage for this if I hit him. But as soon as I get 35 feet away after standing up, I want to lob that dagger.
You
at range.
effortlessly dash 30 feet, 35 feet. He doesn't really seem to pay much attention. You're pretty quiet with that 21. And
Okay.
now you can go ahead and make your attack roll.
All right. And this will have... He's flat-footed, right?
Correct.
All right, that'll have sneak attack damage, which is an extra D6 precision damage
Yep,
with a
extra
missile
D6.
weapon if it's agile. Let me see, how do I do this? Go to actions. Flat-footed. Dagger. It should be drawn already. Okay. I think that's it.
23 will be enough to hit. Not critical, but hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
And let's see if it adds that. Yeah, it should add the D6.
Yep.
It'll be a D4 plus 2 plus D6.
For your
All right.
sneak attack. Six in total.
Ouch. Ouch.
Wow. You got
Ah.
my rolls tonight for damage for it's like, wow.
That's average, a little below. I think 7 would be average, but that's okay. Scanless is fine. Now, I have quick draw, which allows me to draw a weapon
Draw
and
and
attack in one go. Now, I assume the movement was an action. The drawing and attacking was an action. Now, was the standing up in the acrobatics check, was that a third action or first
Yes,
action?
to vault
Okay.
up because you were prone
All right, so I'm done.
and you were still semi-bound.
Then. Okay. So I'm done
He
then.
takes 6 points. The arrow, the dagger sinks into his back. He doesn't even move. And you hear something rumbling behind you. and suddenly you see Brillo. And then Hera. And Brillo and Hera, you both see this. You see this little itty bitty elf, and you see about 35 feet in front of him this goblin that has dagger in his back, not moving, not paying any attention whatsoever.
I'm 6 foot tall, by the way.
Jeez, I think I'm the short one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm only 5'10".
Oh, you are short.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I'm pretty tall.
Brilla goes over to Scalanis and gives a just a quick once over to see if there's any visible damage to them, and goes, "You good?"
I am fine, my friend, but be careful. There in front of us, there. And I point at the goblin creature, which I am suspect of isn't just an ordinary goblin.
Don't worry, I'll get him. While Barillo is inspecting Scalanis, Hera's gonna rush over to the goblin and just try to grab him. Not like... Well, I don't think there's any other way than threateningly, but she rushes over and grabs him with both of her arms.
Okay, and what are you trying to do here?
Just essentially do a little grappling.
Okay. Make me an athletics check, please.
Did we get any hero points at the beginning of the session? I'm just wondering.
You did. You did indeed.
Then I'd like to hero point that.
Are you really sure you'd like to do that? I know what's coming.
I guess I'll take your
I'm
warning.
joking. I'm joking.
All right, then
Yes,
I'm just
you may
gonna.
hero point that.
I'll just reroll using a hero point. So now
17.
instead it's a 17.
Well, you want the good news or the bad news?
Just give me all the news.
Well, good news is you grab him. The bad news is he grabs back. What's your athletics DC?
20.
20.
This isn't what I wanted. I don't want a hug. What's going on? Now it's like they're wrestling.
21. You are grappled.
Oh darn.
You just see this goblin sort of turn abruptly as you sort of try to put him in a very technical hold. You just see him turn around lightning fast and sort of pin both your arms behind you. At that point, I will allow you, if you so wish, since you can now see the front of this goblin, Hera, one free recall knowledge, if you so wish.
Okay. I'd also like to say something too.
You may indeed.
So let's do the recall knowledge. Which skill will I be using?
You'll be using religion or arcana.
Religion with my +1 it is.
Roger that.
10 in total.
You know it's a goblin, but what you see is very frightening to say the least. This goblin has been augmented with some sort of steel and magic. You can see its arms are abnormally large, plated with steel that looks like it's screwed into the flesh.
Okay.
But it seems to be very limber.
So in Goblin, Hera just yells out, "Let go of me!" Almost as if she wasn't the one trying to grab him first.
It replies to you in Goblin. You will serve, or you will die. You will serve, or you will die. Very ominously, and it says that over and over and over. At that point, I'd like everybody to roll initiative, please.
Can I get a free action to say this ain't right? This is not right.
You may indeed.
she just screams that out in common. Something's not right here.
Should be on now. Everybody should be able to roll their initiative.
Since I was giving a glance over on Scalanis, can I use my medicine instead of perception?
You may indeed, since you were using medicine.
Yay!
And Fritz, since it did not detect you, you can use stealth instead of perception if you so wish.
Man.
Yeah, I didn't roll too well. Did we roll the same thing? Oh, no, we didn't, but we got the same result.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright.
I set it to stealth, so it should roll stealth.
Very good. Alright. We're gonna begin the encounter with the Goblin. He beat you by 2, Fritz.
Darn.
As he is chanting these words to you, Hera, you kind of feel like you're starting to almost say it back to him, like you're almost becoming mesmerized.
One of us. One of us.
Yes, please make a will saving throw at your earliest convenience, and don't forget about your bravery.
Thanks for the heads up, because yeah, totally would have forgotten. New characters, hooray! Let me reread this stuff.
Just link it in the chat. You gain a success against a will save. Against a fear effect, you gain a critical success instead. Unfortunately, you failed. 18 was not quite good enough. You take no damage, but you are dazzled.
Ugh.
1. As you begin to say these words back to this creature. And that's all it seems to do. It seems to be content on mesmerizing you in a way. Now we go to Scalanis.
How
You see this big orc is starting to say some words back and forth to this goblin. Kind of troubling to see, actually. What would you like to do?
Now, they're 35 feet away from me, right?
Correct.
And they're fully grappled together. This is going on, and the whispering is
Correct.
going on.
Well, she's screaming, so...
Foolish orcs.
As the elf that got kidnapped in the first place.
Oh, quiet, orc. I'll leave him to you.
No, I still believe, despite that, Scalanis would be like foolish orc.
Now, I don't think I want to... He's going to be pretty hard to hit if I use my daggers. He's probably going to have some kind of cover, maybe, I'm thinking. Would that be a thing? Because he's grappling?
That's correct, because he is grappling Hera.
Yeah. I think no matter what I do, he might have cover. What I wanted to do is move another 35 feet Well, not full 35 feet, but I wanted to throw some more daggers. But he's going to have cover. I think what I'll...
You could move over to the side, Fritz, and get a side view, because right now you just see Hera's back.
I'll tell you what. What I'll do, I'll use my quick draw. Not yet. But what I'd like to do is close the distance, get back within range, and if I could get into a position behind him, I want to get that, so if Barillo joins in. Well, I think technically that the orc, Herrick, can attack him. So therefore he's kind of could be flanked, right? If I get on the opposite side, so he could be flanked because of her positioning. So I'm gonna try and get that for an advantage. Get behind him so I could strike in melee. If I could do that, I got 35
totally
feet
can.
movement.
You are now. You move up. You sprint away from Brillo, and you get behind him.
All right.
You now hear the words. Do you speak Goblin?
No, I don't.
And it just sounds like a bunch of gibberish. This Goblin's saying something to Hera, and Hera's screaming something back in Goblin.
Ah.
And that's pretty much all you can get. But you are now behind him.
All right, and I got 2 actions left.
Yes, you get 2 actions left.
Excellent. I will quick draw my rapier.
Okay.
And strike with my rapier.
Okay. You may do so.
It was 1 action. Let me draw this thing.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Look out, orc. And I thrust at this goblin. 24.
That is a hit.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, that is a critical hit because of the flank.
Excellent.
Go ahead and roll your 28. Piercing, correct?
28 piercing.
Not too bad. Your rapier slings into the back of this thing. It pops out, almost nicking Hera's armor. As you twist it around. Hera, you just see this blade of this rapier come poking through and almost getting you as well as he rips it free. Got 1 action left, Fritz. What do you do?
He's going to take another shot.
Okay.
With the
Go
rapier.
ahead and roll it again.
Second attack. Let's see what I get. 6. Nope. All right. Whatever. That's okay. Take that. That's
6. As you try to thrust this time, you hit nothing but metal and it pings off and you almost headbutt yourself right into this creature.
metal, huh? Okay. All right, I'm done.
All right, Hera, it is your turn. You just saw this rapier blade come poking by you, literally almost getting you in the breastplate as well. What do you want to do?
So I'll assume that I half saw that because I'm dazzled.
Yes,
She's going to, despite being grappled, she's going to reach for her sword. Specifically, which one is it? Her falchion, whatever. the big sword with the curved blade. And she's going to attempt an attack. So I believe with dazzled, everything's concealed, so I have to make a flat check first.
DC 5 flat check. Go ahead and roll me a flat D20, my lady. Not
Of
good
course.
enough. But here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and roll your attack. Fritz, does an armor class 29 hit you?
Yep. It's critical.
Roll critical damage for me, please.
Only 20. You'll be
take
okay.
20 points of slashing damage as this orc cannot see what the hell she's doing and swings and nails you. I mean, flat out nails you right in the face with the flat of the blade. Just whap.
I'm badly
Get
injured.
out of the way! I'm trying to cut this thing down!
Scalanus
Got
felt
2
that.
more actions.
Wow.
Would you like to try again?
Hmm?
You've got 2 more actions, Hera.
Oh, I had to take my blade out, and
Oh,
then I
no.
attacked.
You've got 1 left.
So I guess I got 1. I guess she'll try to just break free.
Okay, make an athletics check.
And that's 19 in total.
You do not break free of its grasp.
You just hear the noises of struggle. Ah! Ah! Get this thing off of me!
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
Right before I was struck by that blow, one of the things I said was, "You foolish orc, get out of the way!" And then I was hit.
Yeah.
Or get out of the way, and it just barreled right in.
Yep.
All right, Barillo, you are up. You see this catastrophe in the works. You see this looks to be an animated goblin full of metal, just bear hugging this orc. You see this orc draw and swing and miss wildly, and catching the elf in a huge uppercut, almost knocking him prone.
All right. Barilla just.
You were standing right beside the elf, correct?
Yeah, I was actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's about 35 feet in front of you.
Oh boy. So I guess I'm gonna use 2 actions because I only have a speed of 20 to get up close to it, and I'll use my last action to draw my greatsword.
You could have had your weapon already drawn if you wanted.
Yeah, I would have had it drawn actually.
Okay. You are free to use your last action.
Yep. There we go. Bonk.
Gonna go for the attack. 19! Hit. Not critical.
All right. Yeah, only 5.
5 points of slashing, then not bad. And what part of the body did you target, Burlo?
Well, if it's grappling Hera and they're muttering words to each other, then I imagine its back would have been exposed. So that's where I would have probably aimed for.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
No, because I don't have anything that I could do with no actions.
You can scream.
No.
Right. And we're gonna go back to the goblin. As you, Hera, try to fight valiantly to fend this beast off, you hear what sounds kind of like steam, and you can all see this. You see an ebb of magic, purple, race down this goblin's arms as it begins to crackle, and you suddenly see the arms themselves sort of manipulate in, sort of bear hugging Hera, if you will, with almost seemingly unnatural strength. You can hear the armor start to give way. Let's see. Hera, make a fortitude saving throw, please. We're going to take 14 points of force damage.
This is starting to hurt, guys. Ah!
As you can feel these automated arms launch around you and begin to squeeze you tighter and tighter and tighter. And that was only 2 actions. It's going to turn its gaze to you, Skalana. Let's see what kind of languages we got here. In Elven, it's going to say, "You will serve, or you will die." Make a will saving throw for me, Fritz. Ooh! That is not good enough. Because it has just used command on you.
Can I use
So
a
basically on
hero
your
point?
action.
Can I use a hero point?
You can indeed. If you want to use a hero point, go right ahead.
I'll use a hero point to reroll that. Nope.
You have to, on your next turn, obey the command.
Okay.
We're getting hairy now. I really wasn't expecting this to go this way. Alright, round 2. Skalanis, you're up. You have just been given a command to serve or die.
Serve or die?
Yep.
Yes, my master. I'll spend an action doing that.
Then you have 2 actions, serving the creature, and it is going to attack Brillo. Thankfully, this only lasts for 1 round.
Okay. I have a repair open, or a... Yeah.
Does the 23 hit you, Brillo?
23?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it critical?
No.
Thank God. Gonna take 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay. What is this from?
Me.
This is from Skalanis' rapier, as he has been told to serve, and he is serving in his utmost capacity. Right.
It's from an ally.
Right on.
It's all right. I think yeah, we've all gotten injured one way or another from somebody else's actions.
And then Skalanis, for his last action, is going to thrust that rapier at Hera. He almost impaled her before. Let's see if he can do it again.
You stupid orcs.
20.
My AC is 20.
That is
What spell
a
was this?
hit.
Command.
Command only worked unless he critically failed it.
He critically failed.
Oh, never mind then. Continue.
You're going to take 10 points of piercing damage.
Filthy orc.
And suddenly, as your rapier is stuck in her, you suddenly begin to shake your head and snap out of it. But you're not fully back yet.
I told you to get out of the way, orc. What's the matter with you?
So you're done. I've handed control back over to you, Fritz.
Okay.
We're going to go to the lady herself. You have been dazzled, Hera. What would you like?
Just to clarify, I had to quickly go wash my hands, but I didn't hear who took the 14 damage.
You took 10.
I took 10? Okay.
Barillo took 14.
Alright. I heard the 14. I didn't hear the 10. Okay.
And it is your turn.
And I
I'm
want
just trying to read up on power attack, you know, so I can finish off my friends.
perfect.
Hey,
It
you
says
gotta
that
watch
you
my friendly fire.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. Um, it, it says that you will unleash a powerful attack, but it leaves you unsteady.
Hmm.
I don't know.
You're already
Does it leave?
grappled, so you're unsteady anyway.
So say, does that leave
So
me
that nullifies it.
clumsy? Like, no rules wise, does that have any effect? Like a condition?
You would be clumsy 1 after the power attack.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, because you're already
Okay, because I
grabbed.
couldn't read it anywhere, just like the flavorful text. All right, then maybe that's not the what I want to do. She'll try to break free again.
Roll me an athletic.
26 this time.
Success. You finally break free.
Yes.
Space has been given. You pry yourself away from the automated arms. Their magic still crackling as it pulls away. You have freed yourself.
Can we see like the source of this magic, or is it just like we see a general crackling of magic, like in the arms
You
and?
just see a general crackling of magic in the arms. You don't see a source or anything else.
All right. Well, then now that she's free, she's still going to attempt to strike on the goblin. So here's my flat check.
You may indeed strike.
Oh, thank gosh. Let me get a 1 now. Close enough.
That is a hit.
Oh
Go ahead and
wow.
roll damage. He's still flat-footed because of the flank. 7 slashing. Okay. And you notice this, Hera. As soon as you hit this creature, your dazzled condition begins to fade. You start to see clearer. Your dazzled is fading. You may remove the dazzled condition.
Yay. Oh, good. Just in time for me to make my second attack. Alright, so I'm going to attack again. And this is my second attack, so I get a circumstance bonus to damage if I hit.
Right.
Good old powerful weapons. Alright, so let's see if I hit. Oh.
Not good enough.
No. That's alright. So I guess yeah, she just slams it down and it kind of hits the ground. Just tries to get this really forceful attack and it misses. Alright, and that's the end
Dings
of
off
my
the
turn.
armor. Alright, Barillo, you're up, my brother. What do you do? You got 3 actions. You finally see Hera break free. What are you doing?
Okay. And the moment I see Hera break free, Barillo is going to hold his greatsword aloft and begins muttering a divine prayer under his breath, saying, "Our Lord in iron, make my weapon strike true. Defeat this mechanical abomination that perverts your name." And I'm going to cast Weapon Surge on my greatsword.
Oh, yeah, baby. Sorry,
Alright.
I'm too excited. My bad.
So I get a +1 to my next attack roll.
Correct.
And if I hit, I get another damage dice.
That is indeed correct. Go ahead and make your attack roll to see what you got.
But that's not a spell, if I remember correctly. Oh, it's weird. It's a focus spell.
It's a
Yeah.
focus. It's part of your cleric training.
Yeah. I am okay. So 21.
Hit.
All right. So
Roll that bad puppy. As a matter of fact, roll it twice. 16. I don't know about you, Fritz. That was overkill right there. "16 points of slashing damage."
mhm.
All right, Bubby, go ahead and make me an emote of how you fail this four-armed monstrosity.
Excellent.
I hold the great sword aloft, and I pray to Gorum, the Lord of Irons, and like while Hera is like struggling to tear it off, and the moment she like pushes it off of her body, I use the momentum of her shoving it away and the momentum of my sword swinging down to basically do the extra damage and just bash from like its shoulder through its like where its first rib would be and to the second rib, cracking it before just embedding it in the ground.
Very cool. Very good. However, as this creature expires, you see a sparkle of energy begin to crackle and manifest and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'll give you each one chance to move 15 feet.
Well, it's still my turn. I still have an action left, so I'll actually move 20 feet.
Okay. Does anybody else want to take me up on this offer? You can move 15 feet away from the body, or it's a fortitude save.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, I'm definitely running. I'm hauling.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
As
bit
you
of a
get,
retreat. Don't want anything bad to happen.
Quickly, everyone, run!
as you move 15 feet away, scampering, and Barillo's hauling the mail 20 feet away, you see this crackling purple explosion of just raw energy begin to wash over you. It does no damage.
I'll do a few
this
backflips and parkours off the trees to get cover.
Oh, you guys are all able to get cover from this magical explosion,
Excellent.
and nothing else happens.
So it literally exploded.
Yep. And a loud purple thunderball. But you look, Skalanas, the body is still there.
So it didn't explode. It was like an energy burst.
Correct.
Ah. What fiendish magic is this? I'd never seen such mechanical things.
I've never had arms hold me like that before. Ugh.
I can believe that, Orc. Anyway. I don't know, I'm
What would you
hunkering.
like to do now?
I'm hunkering down looking at this scene. I'm seeing what the others are going to do about this. I've never seen anything like it. I think we should, What do you think, Barillo?
Honestly, I'd destroy it.
I'm not sure it's completely dead. This could be our chance to escape.
Well, then we should take the moment.
How far are we from the road? I probably can't tell. I was out. But, is there any sign of the guards that were with us?
You don't know how far you are from the road, but Barillo and Hera, you guys know that you're about 250 yards into the forest away from the road. You're a piece in there.
I say we head back and warn the others. And make haste.
All right.
Yes, I don't know what much else I can do here.
We're half dead. Killing each other. We almost TPK'd ourselves. Sorry.
Half dead, speak for yourself. I'm mostly dead.
From behind your right shoulder, Hera,
Yes.
you hear off in the distance, further into the forest, a branch break. And then another one.
She counts the people that are there, including herself. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're all here, so that can't be one of us. Something's in the distance. I think we better move. Unless we plan on holding ground, but I'm not really in good shape.
I have my rapier out. I'm going to start heading back the direction whence these guys came.
Okay.
I'm going to start heading
Yeah,
back.
like you can follow your own trail back. Like it's a pretty,
Come, we must go.
pretty good trail.
Come. And I'll get these guys to follow me. But I'm leaving. I'm taking off.
Yeah,
Hello,
follow.
Hera. Did you guys follow suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I follow suit with my weapon out and in both hands, of course.
You can hear it faintly behind your right shoulder, Hera, getting closer, closer as you move further and further and further away. You get to about 100 yards, and there you arrive at another clearing. First of second. You see a black shape on the other side of this clearing. This clearing is about, probably 200 yards across. You see a black shape just moseying about. Then it goes back into the forest. And then you hear another twig break behind you. Maybe 50 feet from you.
I don't think we're making good enough time. We have to speed it up. We're still being followed. Keep an eye out for mysterious shapes.
With my keen elven eyes, can I look behind us and spot anything? Perception check, perhaps?
Maybe perception. It is pretty dense in here, though. Like it's a lot of laurel bushes, a lot of thick overgrowth. But you can give it a go.
That was public.
Okay. Hey, public's okay. You look behind you, and they're about 50 feet. You see something darting in between the trees.
Darting.
You see, yeah, something moving in between the trees. You can't quite make out the exact shape, but it doesn't seem to be a goblinoid shape. It seems to be something on all fours. And it's moving bushes as it approaches. And it is approaching.
More of them are coming. Ready yourselves, quickly! Keep moving!
What does everybody else do?
Is Scalanis just like picking up the pace essentially?
Yeah, I'm continuing the haul ass.
He's
Yeah.
hauling the mail.
Yeah. I'll haul too.
I didn't take a pause, but I looked behind me and I saw these movement and shouted to the others, we need to keep going. There's more of them. We're being pursued. Hurry.
And as you say that, Scalanis, you hear the twigs breaking incredibly quicker, and it seems to be moving around to your left, staying hidden in the bushes, or so you would seem.
So this is something really fast, keeping up with us while we're running. And does it look like it can overtake us with ease? And it's just
But again, you cut out.
Does it look like it's something that's could overtake us with ease?
It
If
looks big. Like all you see is big and a black shape. Maybe it's fur, possibly.
The shadows, they move.
We're still running towards the road, right? Or the
Yeah.
direction of the road.
Yeah, I
You're
think.
about 75 yards from the road concurrently.
Keep going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hustle, you know. Come on, feet, don't fail me. Don't fail me now.
Feet don't fail me now. Okay. It's very tense. As tense can be. All of your senses are heightened for everybody. Your muscles tight as you run through the woods. You still hear the limbs breaking, the bushes swaying, the bushes moving, twigs snapping off entirely, loud footfalls on patches of bare earth. Finally, after another 5 minutes, you make the road, and you stand upon it victorious. So you think.
Where's the wagons?
The wagons are nowhere to be seen. You see trails of what you would assume to be wagon wheel prints in the dirt heading further up the trail.
Ah, they left without us.
Look, we can
What you
tell.
got for me?
We can tell which way we're going here with the way the wagons went. Right? I don't want to go
Yeah.
backwards. I want to go towards
They
where
went
the
north. They
All
went
right.
north.
All right.
And that's currently the direction that you're pointing to. Like,
Oh.
you can see the road south from where you came. It's all familiar.
All right.
Hera, give me a blind perception check. Barillo as well.
Should be on its way.
That's abysmal. Blind perception check, Barillo.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it.
Gotcha, Bubby. I gotcha. I can roll for you if you're having issues.
There.
You both turn and you look back the direction from you came from inside the forest. You don't hear twigs falling anymore, or branches being broken, or bushes being trampled over. The noise seems to have stopped. Now, whether the creature stopped with it or it just quieted down, you don't know. You don't quite know. But you do get the eerie feeling that you are being watched intently. Fritz, give me a stealth check. See if you can see anything hiding in the shadow.
Okay. Blind. Stealth check. Where are you, stealth? Oh.
Fritz, you see it. There. 25 yards back into the thick part of the woods. You see it's big. You see the shape of this head with this elongated maw, patches of fur. You see it.
Is it upright or on all fours?
You can't really tell that from your vantage point. All you see is the head. And it's big. Like, this head, I would equate it to probably being 2 foot long. It's big. And it is watching you and the others with great interest. It's not moving. It's not appearing threatening. It's just watching.
How far away?
25 yards, so 50 feet.
50 feet? Okay. There, I see it. Some type of beast. It's humongous. And of course, my weapon is drawn. I hope everybody else's is. I believe so.
It must be pretty big if you're saying it's huge.
It's huge.
Well, as Skalanis points this out, you can all see it.
Mm.
Shape
Oh my
of a
God, what
bear's
is that?
head. And it is just watching you intently for a moment. And then the head vanishes back into the forest.
If we, I think we should start heading down the road and getting out of here.
Yeah, we need to go.
Yeah. Let's before we go.
No, let's go.
like-
No, before we go.
No.
So let's go.
You seem to be safe for the moment.
Yeah. Well, we got the time. I'd like to cast heal. I'll do it at second level using my divine font, and
Okay, so that's 2d8 plus 8, correct?
yeah, and I'll do the 30-foot emanation.
Foot emanation. Okay.
So that's all of us.
And quite a few others.
Maybe.
If they're within 30 feet, yeah.
Of you.
13 plus 8.
Okay. Well, we
Oh,
didn't.
that feels much better. Thank you, Barolo.
We didn't fight anybody except that goblin, and I didn't see him. And if it's undead, they're not going to be too happy.
You read my mind. That's 13 plus 8, Hera. So 21 in total. And you hear it, Barolo. Something sizzling on the other side of the road. There's a ditch. Well within your 30 feet.
Oh, it's 13 plus 8. Sorry. Right?
And you hear something sizzle. And yeah, it's 13 plus 8, so 21 in total. Gonna need it after that big wallop the orc gave you.
Yeah.
I finally crit, and it's on my own teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Your first crit as a fighter, and you just nail the elf.
Orcs.
But yeah. You all hear the sizzling of undead flesh. Behind you, 15 feet down in this ditch. You hear it. Does anybody investigate?
Well, I thought we wanted to get out of here, so
Yeah. There's undead. That's sizzling. Do you hear it? Something more besides that beast lies beyond this border of the wood. I think we need to go. We're gonna.
Agreed.
I
Not
think
today.
I think, yeah, we should kind of back away from this situation and start heading down the road till we can get our bearings and know where we stand. Because I don't think standing here to fight for our lives, if they're not attacking, is worth it. Let's keep moving in the direction of the wagons.
Okay, so you guys want to continue to head north, following the wagon trail. Is anybody hustling? Are you running? Are you walking? What are you doing?
I vote hustle.
Yeah, if we want to catch up to them, hustle. Hmm.
yep.
As you begin to hustle your way up the trail to the north, you can see it sort of bends in odd shapes. The trail ahead is windy and twisty. And you arrive on the other side of the stone bridge. You can see the wagon tracks leading right to it. Can everybody see that?
Yep.
Okay. It is at that point when you hear something that curdles even the most valiant defenders, you hear a bone-chilling scream. You look across the bridge. You see the wagon has been attacked. You see poor old Serana in a grotesque sight, gripping a longsword with great effort to hold it out, to fend off what you assume to be threats. And there you see it. Not one, not two, not five. 6 goblins surrounding this cart. They seem to chuckle at Serrano's attempt at a defense. But these don't seem to be like the goblin you fought before. These seem to be standard goblins. And with that, everybody, we're going to take a short 5-10 minute break, and we'll come back and see Serrana's fate.
Oh no. Excellent.
A happy one, of course, yes.
Now she's going to die.
Ah! Not if her heroes can do anything about it.
No, but you're going to have to hustle to get it done.
We're hustling.
But,
Alright,
yeah.
so I'll be right back.
Everybody take a quick 5-10 minute break. I'm going to be right back myself as well.
Alright.
And I'll get some feedback from you guys then.
Okay. Going to
Yeah.
intermission. Here we go.
Everybody take 5.
All right, folks, here we are again. We are back. Part 2 of our session 1 tonight of The Wild Beyond. Kyle's doing a great job. We're loving it. We're having a good time. It's different for me. As I said before, it's my first chance to actually play in years. It's pretty fun. So, take over, Kyle. It's all up to you from here on out, GM.
Alright, where last we left it, we've arrived at a desperate scene. You see poor little disfigured Serana trying to hold off a goblin, seemingly mocking her. You hear some sort of signs of clash of arms around the corner that you can't see. You would imagine that there's an ambush or some sort of attack looming. What would everybody like to do? I'm not going to call for initiative just yet. You're on the other side of the bridge all the way across the map.
What do you think?
Did we want to rescue? Try and scare him away, or?
Yeah. How far away are we? Let's find out.
Just across the bridge. I could make it across in good time. I think that's our connection there. I think we want to at least investigate and see what's going on. It looks like a battle up ahead. I think we should at least try to save some lives and see what's going on here.
Yeah.
We don't really have much choice. What are we going to do? Make the journey back from where we came? And that's a journey and a half. So let's see what we can do. Rush across here, weapons drawn, and save some lives.
Okay. Well, I've unpaused the game so you guys can go ahead and make your movement.
Alright, this sword shall taste goblin tonight.
Yes, weapons drawn. Let's go. Let's go,
You
my
hear a voice in the
friends.
back of your head, Hera. No, it won't.
Meanwhile, it's like, I've had the taste of elf. Give me more.
I'll speed off across the bridge as fast as I can go, ahead of the others. Are we in combat?
No, you're not in combat.
All right, you let me know how far I can go before I trigger combat. I want to get as far as there.
Oh, you're going for speed and not stealth?
Speed.
Ah, gotcha.
And when I get here, I would like to ditch off out of sight behind some trees. I want to make my way up along this forest
that
line.
edge?
Yeah, I want to use hiding and stealth in the forest, in the wood area, where I could actually hide.
Okay.
So I'll go about that far. And,
Depart,
Yikes.
depart.
yikes, where are you going?
Ah, stop.
Take your time. You got this.
There we go. Okay. I had it before. All right, so I'm 115 feet away from this goblin, the only goblin that I see at least. So I would like to use my first action to move. Well, I started 135 feet. I'm going to use my first action to move 20 feet closer. And then I'm going to use my next two actions to cast Magic Weapon, which has a range. Oh, sorry.
Well, we're not in combat yet. You could move as far as you can until he says otherwise.
Yeah, like
so,
you move as far
Yeah.
as you want until you trigger the event.
yeah, we're not in
Yeah, I
combat
think
yet.
that's what you're getting at. It's just like you position yourselves, but if you position it in the wrong way, then, well, oopsies. Now you roll initiative.
Like, what I'm doing is I'm getting as quickly as across that bridge as I can and then taking cover on the other side. And then we'll assess. That's what I'm doing. You guys are following behind, I assume.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, just, I don't know, I think you might be taking the right way about it. And getting behind the trees, so.
Don't go too far. Get out of sight behind that shrub. Orcs. My intention is I want to move up into that forest, where we can't see beyond it, and kind of like just use stealth and sneak into that wood area until we can see what's going on from there, and then we'll decide what we want to do. That's my intention.
Well, why don't the two of you, from the shadows, kind of watch, and I'll have and I, Hera, will interact with them. I speak Goblin. I think I can convince them to do my bidding.
Yes.
She was not too confident with that sentence, but she speaks Goblin.
Makes good sense, yes. Be a distraction for us. Get their attention, Orc. It's a good idea.
Just signal to me when you're ready, and I will step from the bridge down the road.
You will know
And
when
head.
you will know when we are ready, when I step out of the woods. Or not. Or leave. You'll know.
I've got backup, meanwhile. Skull
Right.
Honest is like nowhere to be seen. Yeah, so are you two in position?
Well, we want to get up to the edge of the wood, ideally. But I'll assume that we're getting across here and we're making this discussion real quick, Kyle. And
Yeah.
making this little plan. And I guess Herrick or Hera is going to head off and distract them. We're going to slowly start moving into the forest as she makes her presence known.
Okay. Well, as you're making your battle plan, you see Serana trying as best as she can to fend off that goblin. It's not going so hot for her. She just took 18 points of damage from two goblins. She ain't doing so good. Everybody go ahead and make your moves.
All right, I'm going to use stealth when I get into the forest. Can I make a stealth check?
Okay.
Oops.
What are you doing, Brillo? Just following along?
I would love. I think Brillo's gonna have to go against the plan
Okay.
in that he's gonna tag along with Hera because he's just too big and clunky. He is in full plate, remember? So I think he'll go along with.
Okay. You can go along with her, and you can do whatever you like. Alright, Fritz, you stealthily sneak your way up there.
Okay.
And you see a grotesque sight. The wagon has indeed been attacked by what appears to be normal, everyday, run-of-the-mill goblins and their pet Wolfie. You see at least one guardsman dead, two more trying to fight off a group of goblins to the west, and you see Serana and a few of the other civilians trying to fend off this wolf and goblin on the right.
Can you put me in the forest? It won't let me in there. Okay. Thank you. Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to continue with my sneak action to get up to the edge, the clearing. I'm still in cover. So if you want me to make another stealth check for sneaking to a new position.
No, I'll just take the other roll.
Okay.
Right about there, right?
Yeah, in the cover. Yeah, that's it. And I'll wait for the others to make themselves known. I'm going to see how they react.
Okay. We're gonna go over to Hera and Brillo now. What are you doing?
Hera's gonna just compose herself, get the face of battle, wiped. Okay, look normal. Look normal. Even though she's holding her weapon. She'll hold it with just one hand, so with the other she can make it seem like it's casual. I don't know how else to explain it. So she's just got one hand, and she casually steps forward. Keeps going.
First goblin sees you, and he starts making a ruckus and pointing back at the others and pointing at you. Squealing.
Do I see that?
Do you see that, brother?
Yeah, do I see that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I am going to beat past her.
You're gonna walk past her?
Yep. I'm gonna walk right up. Hold up. I need to move my screen. Yeah. Just and then I'm just gonna scream out in common. I don't know, probably just like, surrender or die, weak ones.
Intimidation check.
Roll me an intimidation and see what you get.
Coercion or something.
Yeah. I would like to hear about that.
You may indeed.
That is better.
Well, it works on that one. He seems to slowly start to dishearten this fight. You see him start to back up a bit. But it doesn't seem to affect the others. Who have now noticed you.
Great job on the distraction, Barillo.
It is distracting. And then, um, shoot, I don't think I have enough time to do it. If I could cast Forbidding Ward on, what's her name? Serena?
Piranha? Yeah,
Yeah.
you could.
She's within 30 feet of me, that is.
Man, she's standing right in front of you.
Okay, cool. That'll work. So basically, she just has a +1 to armor class and saving throws.
Gotcha. Is there anything else you'd like to attempt?
No, I think that's everything I can do within one round, essentially.
Okay, Hera, is there anything else you'd like to attempt before combat breaks out?
No, she's just baffled by kind of getting shoved aside. She'll change her grip back to two-handed. That's it.
Alright. You heard the man. When in doubt, roll for initiative.
Stealth.
Stealth for you, Fritz.
Let me check my proficiencies. I'm better with perception.
And by the way, as they approached this group of goblins and I was hunkering in my position here, being quiet, I did sheathe my rapier and draw my short bow. If I need to make a stealth check for that, I'll gladly make that.
You're good. You're above them right now.
Okay. Oof.
Alright.
Horrible
Better
initiative.
roll their initiative.
Yep.
Alright. Let's begin. Brillo, you're up first. What you got
Hey.
for me?
So do I see pretty much everything that's going on with the wagon right now?
Yes.
Okay. So everybody's beaten up, civilians are fighting and whatnot.
Yeah.
Situation's bad.
It's getting dire by the second.
Yeah. I would have already had my weapon drawn at this point. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I just assumed that you have it out anyway. Because
Yeah.
you were trying to intimidate, so.
In that case, I am going to let me sorry, let me put the spell in the chat real quick so I can get this emanation. Okay.
Heal?
Yeah, I was looking for to make sure how big it was. So I am going to actually rush straight forward. I think I can make it to I'll actually go to the backside of this wolf.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start with a greatsword attack. Start small, you know.
Aim small, miss small, is what they always say. That is
Oh.
not gonna get it done. Yep, you moved and attacked. You got one more action. What are you doing?
I had to move twice because I only have a speed of 20.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hera, what are you doing?
I'm going to do sudden charge.
Oh, good
Is
old
there
days.
any with that second movement? Because it says you move twice your speed, or you stride twice. Is there like you have to do a full stride, or could I move 30 feet and that counts as two? Because my speed is only 25.
You could do a full stride, and that counts as two.
All right.
You don't have to do a full stride, but you can do a full stride.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what she was asking, I think.
Just sudden charging right on in there.
You betcha.
All right, let's get it.
All right, so I got my 2 movement, and then I can do a melee strike. And yeah, I guess I'll do this guy here.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
— 25.
Wow.
Hit. Normal damage.
Ten damage.
Dead.
Huzzah! I'm watching this unfold from the brush.
So that's one.
And then I'm going to attack this guy. Actually, wait, hold on.
You're gonna use reach.
Since I have 2 weapons, I'm trying to figure out if the one I have is the one that has the reach. No, that's the other one. Then I guess this is an enemy too, right?
That is indeed an enemy.
Yeah, okay. Then I guess I'll attack that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll, Missy.
21.
21. Not good enough.
I'll get you next time. And that's the end of my turn.
Right.
Oh, hold on. Would a 22 have been good?
22 would have been good enough.
Because words, hold on. The weapon has sweep, so I get a +1 circumstance bonus to an attack roll if I've already attempted attack on a different target during the turn with the same weapon. So
Yeah,
essentially
but a
this is
22
sweep.
would hit.
Alright. Huzzah.
What is this against? The wolf?
Yeah.
And that's just 6 damage.
You're barely even scratching that thing.
Yeah. This is magical. This is with my magical weapon too. But alright. That fur, it's too thick. I can't cut through it. I just give it paper cuts and bruises. We need more power. Focus on the little guys. I'll take this guy on, or team up.
Orcs.
I don't care as long as we kill them all.
Orcs.
Okay. Speaking of the little guys, they're up.
Darn it.
Oh,
Alright, this one, that was that guy. So he's gonna move over. Are you ready, Brillo? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure that you're ready?
Miss.
Alright. He seems wholly disheartened that that missed, and he's gonna do it again.
Miss.
That's double miss. Safe. What we got here? Alright. This goblin mage you see.
Which one? Is that the same one? Or is that a different goblin?
A different goblin.
Oh, okay.
I have all my enemies go at once.
Oh. Oh, okay. Good to know in the future.
Gonna get friendly fire, but... Oh my. Oh my. I need both you and Hera to make a basic reflex.
I got a 29. Well, not 20. Awesome. Yes.
I'm just sitting here watching this unfold.
What the hell did that roll that privately to me? You're gonna take... You're gonna take exactly 6 points of fire damage. Hera, you scored a critical. Now correct me if I'm wrong, Fritz. Doesn't critical nullify all damage?
What was it? A save? Savings
Yeah.
throw? It's a basic save?
Yeah.
If it has the word basic in it, then yeah, there's no damage. You don't take anything with a critical success.
I thought so.
Half with a success, full with a failure, twice as much with a critical failure. That's a basic save.
Okay.
So even with all of my full clunky armor, I just do a split and all of the fire goes above my head. It pays to be short in this case. Shorter.
Something like that. Alright. This guy's gonna move over here. And he's gonna take an attack at you, Miss Hera. I don't think 12's gonna get it done.
Nope.
Ha ha ha! Nice attempt. Try again.
It will do so.
It will.
1d3.
Yeah, that hits.
Gonna take a whopping 6 points of slashing damage.
I let you have that one. Next time you won't be so lucky.
It cackles.
Oh, you know, I keep forgetting. Did one of them move? Okay, just everybody, this is my first time playing a fighter. Can we remember that Rachel has attack of opportunity? Because she's always going to forget.
Well, none of them moved out of your range. They just
for
moved
for
in.
the future. My range is 10 feet. Because I have... Wait, no. Wrong weapon. Ugh.
Wrong weapon.
Wrong weapon.
Slow
Okay,
down, slow
never
down.
mind. Yes. Alright.
These other two don't do anything of really interest, so we're going to bypass them. And Skitalanis, what are you doing?
And I'm watching this unfold. How these orcs have rushed into this mess of goblins fighting this battle. My eye is on that wolf. And I'm noticing these goblins with fire as well. And this one closest to me looks particularly dangerous. I'm going to bring up my bow, which I haven't knocked at this point. I've had it prepared watching this unfold. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but everybody is flat-footed to me, as far as I can tell. And that's because...
You're hidden. You don't,
Yeah.
you know, like, they don't see it coming.
Yeah. So I get precision damage on these arrow shots.
Correct.
For the turn. I'm going to say that this one right here, that's closest to me, I want to nail him.
Okay.
He looks very threatening. I know enough to take out the head of the snake. So I'm going to put at least a couple shots right at him with my bow. Now, I do have some
Alrighty.
special arrows, but I'm not using that at this point. These are normal arrows. Oops, I made
17.
that blind. Let me go to public. I'll keep the roll though. What did I get? 17?
17. Miss.
Okay. Second shot. 19.
19. Hit.
All right. Normal damage. 9 points piercing. And with that, my third final action. Now, is this difficult terrain moving through the woods?
Yes, it is difficult terrain. But don't you have mobile? Well, fleet? Does that not nullify difficult terrain? If
No,
I'm not mistaken.
no. Just gives me the 5 feet. See if I have anything else. Nope. Now, fleet, as you move more quickly on foot, your speed increases by 5 feet. Automatically applied effects, plus 5 untyped bonus to land speed. So that always applies. Huh, always applies. So with that, I want to spend my third action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm not using stealth. But I will have cover.
Okay.
That was 30 right there. Then I'm done.
Alright. Top of the order. We're back to Brillo. What are you doing?
All right. This.
Question before
Yeah.
Burlo states what he's doing. This on this sheet, when you shoot with a missile weapon, does it automatically deduct the ammo for you? When you
Should
shoot?
if you haven't liked.
It must be. It says I have 8 arrows left. So it must
Yeah,
be.
then it's counting them off.
Alright. Sorry, Burlo.
Go ahead, Brillo. What are you doing? You got a wolf in front of you, and another goblin to your left.
Mm-hmm. I am going to go ahead and cast magic weapon on my greatsword.
Oh my, breaking it out, are you?
Seems like a good time. So, once again, Brillo chants a divine prayer to Gorum, asking him to bless his strikes and help those who cannot defend themselves but have decided not to back down from this challenge. And he's going to go ahead and bring down his greatsword against this wolf.
Okay.
26.
26. That will hit.
All right. Let me put the spell effect on real quick. So that way.
You can roll your damage with it.
Yep.
13. Woo, baby. That did some damage. You hear a crunch and a whelp. Yep, as this wolf takes the full brunt of your attack.
All right. That is going to be my turn, but as I swing my blade down, I let out an orcish roar at the wolves. And for Scalanis and Hera, who have briefly interacted with Barillo, for the most part, he keeps to himself. This is the first time you've seen him like actually go full force into something.
We're all a bunch of loners.
Yeah. Hey, who could have guessed?
Yes, but it's a lot of fun. That was only 2 actions, Bubby. You got another action left.
Magic weapon is 2 actions, if I remember correctly, and then
Correct.
swinging is cast time 2 actions, but it has a minute-long duration, and then attacking is an action.
Oh, I always thought that it was together, but it's not.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hera, what are you doing? You just seen dropping some smite in there.
She's gonna join in the fun, of course. And she's going to strike the same creature.
Oh, you trying to give it a go, are you?
Trying.
Nope.
She's going to change the her trajectory of her sword and where it's slashing, and she's going to aim it at the one next to her instead. So this little guy.
Okay. Go ahead and give it a go.
25 in total.
Hit, not crit.
Seven damage.
It felt that.
Get away from me! Creatures. So tiny. Feeble-minded. Ah.
No, you taste good. Is all that you hear in response. Got one more left. You attack the big guy and then the little feller. You got one action left.
Just trying to see. I don't normally do this, but I just want to see what it is. All right, so she's going to oh, never mind. I can't. I have a two-handed weapon. I can't just shove. Not with this thing anyways. Yeah, then I'll just give it a third try. Heck, why not? Probably won't hit, but she's never mind. Bear with me, everybody. She will tumble through to get to here. Okay.
Okay. You can roll athletics or acrobatics. Which would you choose?
Athletics, of course.
C1, let's see what it is. By 1 point, you tumble through.
Wow.
Nice. All right, now it is the end of my turn. And just out of nowhere, afterwards, Hera shouts, "Did you see that?" And although she doesn't name any names, it was implied a message to Scalanis, being so nimble themselves. Hera's like trying to show off, like, "Did you see that?" And takes this new position.
Okay. It's the enemy's turn. And this wolf is looking mighty desperate. He's gonna launch a series of jaws at you. I think 14 is gonna get it done.
Nope.
Yeah, then he'll turn and try the same thing on Barillo. And I don't think a 13 is going to get that done either.
Nope.
He's going to try to knock down. Oh no, wait a minute, I can't because it wasn't successful. Okay, well, we'll try another strike then. That's a 21 to hit you, Hera.
That is, I guess,
And
a critical success. Yeah.
You are going to take 12 points of piercing damage. As
Ow.
this wolf launches onto your leg, mawing intently. Seems to enjoy the gnawing part, ironically enough. We're going to go to the goblin to the left of Barillo. He's going to try to aim a strike at you. I'll try to slice you with the dog slicer. Don't think a 13 is going to be good enough on the first one.
No.
Let's give it a go. 23 on the second one.
That will hit.
For a whopping 5 points damage.
All right.
We'll try it again. Why not? $19 on the third strike.
Miss.
Getting close.
Close. Close.
But this other guy's going to now move over because I don't have to worry about a fighter in my way. No attacks of opportunities from that lady. We're going to give it a go. $25.
That'll hit.
For a whopping 4 points of slashing damage. Guys don't really do much. Then we'll
There's a
give it a
lot
go
of
for
them.
another one. Yep, that's a mess. Ow. Guy that Fred shot. It does not like that one bit. It's gonna walk up this hill and see if he can find you. Searches all around, but it doesn't find you. Saved by the bell. Now, Scalanus, it's your turn. You see this goblin closing in.
Yeah, he's right in front of me. As soon as he approaches, he's flat-footed, right? Well, he is.
Right.
He's also flanked. I'll jump out of the cover of the brush, and I'll use my quick draw with my rapier and attack him immediately for my first action. He'll be
All right, let's
flat-footed.
give it a go.
And he is flat-footed, so I do precision damage. Let me draw my sword. I'll drop my bow. Blink. And make my attack. Flat-footed opponent. Oh, damn it.
I don't think you have a hero point for that, Fritz.
No, so that was my first action.
Yeah, no. I love when you just dangle off the side of his armor. He kind of looks at you, and sort of tilts his head like, really?
Now, is he flat-footed for the rest of the turn, or is he no longer flat? Well, never mind. He is flat-footed.
He is flying.
All right, I'll do it again because he is flat-footed. I'll get another attack at him with my rapier.
That
Much
one will
better.
hit.
Much better. It's going to be normal damage, which should add a d6, which it did. 11 points.
Destroyed.
And I'll spend my third and final action to go here to flank this guy. I'm inside the wall again. It won't let me move. Put me out of the wall. The forest. I'm stuck. Yeah, there I am. That'll end my turn. And I smirk at the orc as I pass.
Right.
I have keen ears.
Top of the order. What you doing, brother? You seem to be surrounded on all sides but the back.
Yeah, despite the not great positioning, Barillo's actually gets this like weird crooked smile across their face and goes, "Finally, a real chance to prove myself." And he's gonna just begin leaving at everything pretty much in a whirlwind. So he's gonna begin with the wolf.
That will hit. Not critical. Describe to me real fast how you fell this wolf.
Yes.
He's going to kick its hind from the side, essentially, like knocking it off its back feet, and use the momentum of his forward step to come up and cleave its stomach open before following down with a strike to the goblin to the right of him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another attack roll.
Uh,
10. No, sir.
all right. Yeah, I'm not even gonna just go for it again.
No, sir.
Okay.
You swinging left, you swinging right, you got it whenever it needed. But after that, the frenzy of battle, you just couldn't connect with the other two. Waylaid and dismayed. Now we're gonna go to Hera. What are you doing? You just see this big wolf just cleave this wolf into pieces right in front of you.
Job well done, Barillo. Let's clean up everybody else around here. And nice to see you've joined the party, Scalanis, down on the ground with the rest of us, out in the open. Hera's going to lunge attack this guy. So
Right
there's
back to
lunge, and there's my strike.
Not good.
Sorry. Oh boy.
I mean, a good effort, but you lunged a little too quick. That ground was a little too bloody, and you kind of slipped forward there. But you gracefully recover, we'll say.
Too distracted by a retort towards the elf. That's what that was.
Oh, I can't hear you. What?
Too busy with your retort on the elf.
Oh, absolutely. um,
Welcome to the club. Oh, I missed.
so I guess.
Get 2 more actions. Well, 1 action. Lunge takes an action.
Correctamundo. Where? Oh shoot, what's her name? Hold on, I know it. I made a note. Serana?
Serana is off to the right behind Fred.
Alright, how does she look right now? Obviously, like, there was some
She looks
struggle
beat up,
before,
she's
but like,
okay.
okay.
It definitely looks like this has taken a lot out of her.
Hera's just going to retreat just to create some sort of blockade. Says, I'm done chasing after them. They can come to us. And that is my last action.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's about to get even worse. One of these goblins produced frame and targets you, Brillo. Be a 24 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
Gonna take 4 points of fire damage.
Not bad, not bad.
And then it's going to start disappearing off into the forest. The other one is going to sling. It's going to cast Tanglefoot at you, Burlo. See if he can pin you in place. Yeah, I don't think a 9's going to get that shit done.
Nope.
And this other goblin's going to start moving off the road. Kind of, this goblin mage is starting to beat feet out of here. Meanwhile, this other goblin that's in between Scalanos and you, Burlo, is not quite so keen on the running part yet. Or he's going to aim an attack at you. That'll be a 30.
Critical.
That'll be a critical hit. Marginal. You'll take 6 points of slashing damage.
Who's casting this? Which one?
The one that's in between you.
Okay.
He's slinging a blade at him. And then he's going to turn on you, Fred. I don't think a 9's going to get that done.
Nope. Critical failure.
Almost.
Well, it's a 19. 19 armor class. So that's critical.
He didn't do much better on the second attempt.
No.
We're gonna do the other guy on the other side of Brillo. He's gonna take one strike and then book it. Yep, that's in that one. He's gonna book it.
So is he off the map?
No, he's right there where you see him.
Okay.
You're up, Skalanos. What are you doing?
First thing I
running.
First thing I do is I see the orc fall back, our fighter in this group fall back, obviously defending something, but she shouldn't have. Kind of grimaces at her as she falls back and turns back to the foe with rapier in hand. And with glee cuts into him with a zigzag slash.
Oh,
And that's gonna
not
be
quite critical, almost.
almost. It's gonna be
Well, he felt that.
precision damage too. 10 points.
Oh, he definitely felt that.
This is how it's done, orc. Is this my second attack?
Yeah.
We'll do it again. 16.
Hit.
Damage. 9 points.
Alright, describe how you fell, this beautiful bugger.
A left and a right, I cut through the air, and with each cut, I sink into the blade into the neck of this creature with every passing blow. And with the last final one, I sever its head, and it rolls off the body that stands there momentarily before it collapses to the ground. My third action, I want to haul off up and around. Let's see, it's 15 feet. 25 feet.
As Skalanis is running off after the kill,
Yes.
Hera just shouts out, I was just giving you the opportunity to show off!
Well said. Yeah, that's the end of my turn. Ooh. Yes. Yes.
Sorry, that popped out of nowhere.
As you
And it
are
really-
running, Fritz,
Yep.
Skalanos begins to book it, and he reaches the forest line. Something else comes out to greet him.
I still got 10 feet left.
As he runs past you and begins to maul a goblin.
Oh, okay.
One of these little sorcerers
Wow.
scored a 36 for a critical hit and 28 points of damage.
Wow.
Just maims this little guy.
What is happening? I'm in
The
shock.
other goblin gets away. But then you have this guy. Stands there, this little goblin sorcerer in his mouth, glaring at you.
I'm standing there in shock. I just froze as soon as he came out of the brush, staring at this scene where it just grabs these goblins. And yeah, I'm kind of in shock at the moment. Just standing there.
This thing towers over you, Fritz.
Yes.
It looks down on you, and looks up to the others, and the wagon. The little goblin sorcerer falling from his mouth. Kind of splats right at your feet almost. There's a new player in this particular ball game. Rillo, you see this massive hulking shape of a bear right by Skalanos. It just destroyed one goblin. It seems to be towering over top of this elf. What do you do?
Well, it doesn't appear.
One question. Does it seem threatening? Because it just appeared right when I stopped, and I'm looking right at this thing, and it attacked the goblin, but not me. Is it look like it's threatening towards me, or is it kind of just hanging out at the moment? We're not really sure.
Well, you're not really sure at the moment. It could go either way.
All right. Of course, I don't say this to anyone, but that's what I notice.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I can do the full 3 healing emanation.
Gonna do the 3-action emanation.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if I can do that with my great sword in my hands. I don't think.
Well, we're technically in a combat limbo, and what that means is we're technically out of combat. So you could have planted the greatsword in the dirt and used both hands, and then grabbed both hands on it again
Okay.
for all 3 actions and still casted the spell.
Yeah. Then that's what I'll do, essentially, is I'll just lay out divine healing to everyone in range. So that's 16 points of healing total.
Thank you.
But I take back 16. I've already updated everybody else. Unfortunately, however, it was not enough to save one guardsman. He lies on the ground in front of you, Burlo, motionless. Looks like he had his throat slashed in several places. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Me specifically, no.
What about you, Her? What would you like to do? You see this hulking form of a bear just staring down this elf that you just went marching through the woods to rescue. It's now glaring over top of him, towering at least 1.5 foot over top of him. It's a big boy.
Does it look like it's about to attack?
Not at this particular point in time. It looks like it's kind of waiting on you to make the first move. But it does have goblin blood in its mouth.
I would do sudden charge, but I don't know how hostile it's looking. But I feel like from Hera's point of view, it's got a goblin in its mouth. It came from nowhere, and it's really close to one of her allies. So she might be thinking, "Oh, okay, change target. All right." So thinking maybe I'll do sudden charge.
Are you really sure you want to do that?
Me? No. Hera? Maybe.
Let's do it then.
Well here, she's definitely gonna move up at least the 25 feet. Oh geez, Louise. I'm so used to having spells. Or tons of skills. I have no skills.
Do I still have a response after Hera? Or am I done?
Well, what are you doing, Rachel? What are you doing? You've made it up to there. It has noticed your approach.
Can can I shove Scalanis back? Like, not shove to the ground to cause damage, but like shove as in like, no, watch out for the bear, silly elf.
Well, that is up to Solonis.
Right, so yeah, I hear the orc coming forward like this, standing right next to me, shouting all these things. But I kind of feel that way anyway. I was gonna back away slowly at the ready. But she's right there next to me now, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to make a move. Make a sudden move. A fast move. Now, that is a wagon that I drew there, right? That's.
Yeah.
Are we going to say the wagon is
So,
there?
are you going to allow her to push you out of the way?
I'm going to sidestep it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take off for that wagon, do a flip into the air, and get into that high ground inside the wagon.
Okay.
And as I do so, can I do that?
Yeah.
Do I have to make an acrobatics or anything to leap up into the wagon?
You will have to make an acrobatics on your turn.
Oh, okay. And
Hera, just her mouth is open and she looks at you, like, just run away. What the heck?
all right, let me put my guy back. So what I want to do is I want to leap up and jump into that wagon and then draw my dagger.
Totally do that. But you have one action left, Hera. Move twice. What are you doing? It notices that as Scalanis begins to move away, whenever Scalanis takes the first step back, it takes one step forward.
Ah.
And it's
Alright.
glaring at you now, Hera.
Alright, so instead of here, I want to be here, and I'm going to create a diversion.
Okay.
I don't think I would be there necessarily, but I forgot where I started off, and it ain't worth figuring it out. So, alright, so she's going to be just using a deception check, and she's going to be making gestures, because there's no way this bear understands anything she's saying. Yeah, okay. Here's my roll. And it's pretty bad.
That didn't work.
You hear a voice in your mind as you're making these gestures and speaking this. You hear a voice in your head. No idea from who. From where. Nice try. And now we're going to move on to Fred. So you're going to take a run and leap into that wagon and draw a dagger.
Yeah, so that'll be one action to move back, do the flip.
One
Unless you
action to jump and one action to draw.
Okay.
Go ahead and make me an athletics check just so I can see how nimbly you land.
Acrobatics?
Yeah. You land, you stick a 5-point landing right there.
Yes.
There are two people inside the wagon, terrified. They see you just jump over, and they're like, "Ah!" They're highly impressed.
See how...
You
Go ahead.
then you brandish your dagger for your last action.
All right. Say I have quick draw. I wanted to quick draw that dagger and throw it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Kyle. I'm not sure. I don't want to be the asshole of the party here. Because I don't know. It didn't attack me. Is it still kind of coming towards me as I do this move? It's pretty fast and quick.
It seems to have stopped and now is focusing on Hera. Seems to be looking intently at her way. Okay, still don't know quite offhand if it's threatening yet. Like, it's a big bear.
Okay.
Anything could be threatening.
All right. So here's my question. I used how many actions did I use to get up into the wagon alone?
One for move, one to jump for the athletics, stick the landing, and one to pull the dagger. Unless you wanted to quick draw and throw the dagger at the bear.
Yeah. So I'm done if I don't throw it.
Yeah, you're done if you don't throw it.
All right. Well, I'll take the chance. I want to see what it does. So yeah, I won't. I'll stop right there. Kind of confused.
Okay. Phew. I was thinking if you throw it at them, there are people in that carriage, right? What if it tries to topple the carriage
Is there
with all those people?
Is there
Yeah,
people in
there's
here?
2 people in there that you vaulted over. That's why I asked for the athletics check.
Oh, okay.
So you don't kick anyone in the face.
Sorry. Do I recognize this beast as what I saw earlier?
You do indeed. Just by the maw and the head alone, it is what was watching you before.
It's that creature, the beast. I saw it. Careful. Hera. All right, I'll pause. See what happens.
Hello, you're up. Situation is tense as tense can be. This bear is massive. It seems to have ignored Hera's attempts at rude gestures and finger puppet comments. What would you like to do?
It always comes down to Barillo. Patrick.
And this bear seems interested in us, but it's not full out aggressive yet, right?
Yeah. It's definitely piqued its interest what you're doing here. And it did help you kill a goblin priest.
Yeah, that's just it. We all saw that.
I look down at the dead guard, a caravan guard. It's like at my feet that you described earlier.
Yep.
I pick it up. I just toss it into the forest.
Caravan guard?
Yeah, the dead caravan guard.
As it sees you throwing a lifeless body into the forest, it begins to bare its teeth and snarls at you. It only does so once.
I give it a thumbs up. I turn around and I go, cool, we're getting back on the caravan. We're getting out of here. I have solved our problems.
And then it begins to advance toward you. I'm teasing on that one. I'm teasing. Everybody calm down. Okay, so you picked up the body and tossed it gingerly into the forest. What else are you doing?
I'll just begin going around helping everybody that's not too grievously injured, obviously, and helping them get back on the cart.
Okay,
Do
so
we
you're
still have our
basically gonna-
horses and do we
Yeah.
still have our horses and whatnot?
Yeah, the horses are still there. They weren't destroyed by the goblins. Everybody sort of fanned out to sort of protect the horses.
Okay.
Okay, so you're basically meandering around.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna ask you for one medicine check for all the wounded. Just be a little easier that way.
Okay. Um Is this for the treat wounds action?
Correct.
Okay. I have the feat Assurance that allows me to forego rolling and just take 10 plus my proficiency bonus, which would be 17 because I'm an X.
17 will be a success. I was wondering when you would get around to using assurance.
That's pretty useful.
Yeah, because the normal DC's 15, and if you have a 17, then yeah, then you just automatically succeed. We'll say that everybody gets back 2d8 if they need it, including the party. So go ahead and roll 2d8.
And what's this beast doing? It's just watching? All this is going
Staring
on?
intently.
Yeah.
So we'll say that anybody who needs it gets 9 back. I've already made the adjustment for the wounded and Serana, who has rejoined the caravan up by Scalanis as well. Anything else you'd like to do, Patrick?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
You escaped the bear's clutches. However, it is looking at you, Hera. Watching your moves now. And what are you doing?
Just to see if it'll follow her. Just. And then she'll just create another diversion. It's already looking at her.
Looking at you, but it does not move from that spot.
All right. And it doesn't seem to be looking at anybody else.
I wouldn't say that. It seems to be eyeing the caravan cart quite intently. And it begins to make an approach.
All right. I'm gonna search the caravan.
Okay, give me a perception check. What exactly are you looking for?
Like, why would this bear be approaching? Is it the people? Like, I'm just trying to piece it together. Like, why would the bear be coming over? Do they all have perfumed fish, or like, does somebody have food?
There's
Like,
a rather
it's not going to be
large.
an in-depth search, but it's just quickly like looking around. Like,
There's a rather large sack of sugar on the back of the wagon, by which the bear is approaching now.
all right. Well, I backed away, and then I came back to the caravan and looked. So that's the end of my turn.
And the bear will help himself to the bag of sugar.
Yes. Everybody back away slowly. Just let the bear have what it wants if you want to live. It looks rather large.
Ooh.
3. What's that
Well,
for?
about that, as this bear sticks its head up over the side of the cart, somebody decides to kick him in the snout. One of the other people that was wounded inside the wagon bats the snout of this big bear. It does not look very happy.
I'll holler to them to stop, and if I can, I'll reach down and pull that person back towards the other side of the wagon.
As you do so, you see this bear claw just inches from this person's feet, just slam down hard on on the wooden planks of the floor of the wagon.
Everyone remain calm. I'll pull them back.
This bear hits that board with so much force, Skalanos, that you can literally see it buckle and break.
Can I use a recall knowledge check somewhere during this time period going by? I'm really watching him.
You can?
I want to do that.
Give me a nature check.
He's just a normal bear then. Maybe he's a druid. I'm not good at nature. 14.
You've heard tales of bears like this. It's not normal. It's not natural. Some sort of dark magic, perhaps.
Dark
or
magic.
Some sort of other nefarious deeds that allow these bears, a few of these bears, to grow quite exceptionally large.
But it's definitely unnatural. There's something unnatural about this particular bear.
Yes, it's unnaturally large.
Yeah.
Does anybody else do anything when this bear smacks the board?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the bag of sugar and toss it over the bear's body behind it, essentially.
So you're coming over near the bear.
He's
I'm
right.
coming over near the bag of sugar.
That's right next to the bear, I think.
Yep.
They're like inches away.
As you toss the bag of sugar, you come almost muzzle to muzzle with this beast. It towers over even your great height. Its eye is locked on yours. What do you do, Burlo? Your next moves might be your last. What do you do?
I grab the bag of sugar out of the cart and I throw it further away from the cart.
It remains glaring at you.
Okay, I just...
Does he throw the bag?
Oh yeah, like he throws the bag. Bear doesn't seem to pay attention to it after he got smacked in the nose.
Careful, you foolish orc. What are you doing?
I'll turn my head to Skalanis and I'll give him a thumbs up.
Okay.
As I
As you move your hand,
Uh-oh.
what's your armor class?
21.
It is a critical hit.
Can I whip that dagger? It was in my hand. Is there any chance at all, since we're not in combat, is there any chance I could have whipped that dagger at the bear to distract him or even aim for the paw? Something. That's your call.
You could have made a glint and put a glint in his eye, like how you flash metal.
Kind of like a distraction?
Yeah, kind of, almost.
Do I roll something just to see, or?
Give me a thievery. Or, well, what would really be applicable here?
Well, what is the distraction? What is the skill is that?
Action's persuasion, is it not?
I don't know.
The one that I was doing,
Yeah,
create a diversion, that was
That's the one.
deception.
deception.
Okay. Well, then roll a deception then.
Deception it is. Eight.
Not quite deceptive enough. Brillo, you are knocked prone.
Things are getting.
Don't I make a check for that or anything?
No, he scored a critical hit. He knocked you down. 37 in total.
So it attacked him.
Yeah, it just sort of swatted him.
37.
No, critical hit, bear
What's that?
claw.
You know, to get to its attack bonuses, that gives it 17.
16.
Close enough. All right, Barillo goes down. Are we in initiative? Should we roll initiative and?
We are going to roll initiative
Okay.
right now.
Oh boy. Oh well. Here we go. And I'll use, I think, perception in this case. Damn it. Or should I use deception since that was what I was doing? Can I
You were
use
trying to be deceptive, weren't you?
not deception? Whatever it was to distract. Well, that was deception, right? Couldn't I use the deceptions for my initiative?
Yeah, because you were trying to deceive and then
Yeah. Okay.
draw its attention off.
That's good for me.
I'll just use perception.
Yeah, I kept it classic. I'm not doing anything different.
Well, deception is important for me.
Ah,
That and stealth. Gives me my surprise attack. Well, I got a 20. I rolled it in the wrong place, though. No, it went there.
Yeah, it went in the right place.
All right.
And Hera and Brillo have tied again.
I know, this whole time.
You have tied on initiative all night.
And we don't even have the same perception. I think I've always been rolling one less or one higher.
Alright, everybody ready?
Mm-hmm. Let's finish him off then, if it's coming down to it. I hope he's not.
Prone and knocked down.
I hope he's not a druid.
You really so sure about that, Fred?
He's a fiendish druid if he is.
I've never seen a druid feed and feast on a goblin before. There's a
Or
first
a
time
bag
for
of
everything.
A bag of sugar, yeah.
Yeah, and a bag of sugar.
Pot of honey.
Or not talk.
Yeah. All right, he's up first.
If you
Damn it.
remember rightly, it did say something to Hera.
I wasn't there for that. I was too busy treating the caravan. So
Oh,
this is a
I
bear
just...
today.
Did he really whisper that? I just thought that was like you saying the word of God.
No.
That's how I took it. You were just... I
No.
thought that was you being like a little ha-ha joke here. No, the bear actually whispered it, because otherwise I would have immediately said, whoa, this bear just whispered something to me.
That's
Yeah,
right.
no, it whispered to you.
That's not something you keep to yourself.
Well, apparently it is something that we keep to ourselves tonight. Because it's up. And it's not very happy. I need everyone to make a will saving throw as it lets out a loud guttural roar.
Oh god damn it.
Ouch. Another
Alright.
another one.
Yeah, a lot of ones tonight.
Yeah.
Hera, you are fine. Skalanis, you are frightened 1. Barillo, you are frightened 1 and deafened 1. You literally bear the brunt of this roar right in your ears. And then it's going to take 1 claw attack at you, Hera. Are you ready? Are you really ready?
Yeah, bring it.
23.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, you are going to take 17 points of slashing damage.
Ouch. Ouch.
Oof.
Well,
The mighty big paws you have. So, did it drop the goblin that was in its mouth?
Yes, it dropped the goblin over
Okay,
there
because
and
I'm
it
like...
spoke to you.
Oh, okay, that was also the thing. So everyone else heard it speak to me.
It whispered to you because Brillo was treating the caravan and Fritz was up in the
yeah, I didn't hear
cart
anything.
hiding away.
Okay. Alright, damage done.
2 points for the fear, 1 for that. We're done. All right, Galanis, what are you doing?
So
You've just seen it batted away.
Is that where it is right now?
Correct.
So it's got to reach.
You just saw it bat Barillo away.
All right. But does it have reach like 10 foot?
Technically, it's there because it's
Okay.
up on the wagon where it's smacked down.
All right. Because what I want to do is get behind him. And I could probably just move there instead of tumble through.
But does it have attack of opportunity?
Well, I don't think it has reach. So I'm going to move around. 5. Well, let me do it proper. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This should be flanking. And I'm going to have to draw my rapier, which I sheathed before. Or did I? Did I sheath it before?
Yeah, because you pulled a dagger.
Do I still have it out? I don't know. But anyway, quick draw would bring it out and attack. So 1 action to attack with the rapier. I'm going to lay into this and cut some fur. 27.
Hit, barely.
Nice pun. Damage, flat-footed, precision, 11 points. And for my final trick, hope that wasn't more than 35. I'll put myself back. Oh, I could still count it. Well, regardless, I'll go here. That's it. So I moved, attacked with quick draw, and then moved out.
Well, unfortunately, Fritz, as you attacked it from behind and then you ran, you triggered something. What
I
is your
did.
armor class, my good man?
19.
18. Miss.
You missed. That was close.
Hera, you're up. This thing just mauled you. What are you gonna do about it?
I shall. Well, never got rid of my weapon. Still holding it two-handed. Gonna power attack it.
My frightened goes away by 1 at the end of my turn, I believe.
Yep.
Okay.
Miss.
Oh no.
You know what? Hera's just gonna say screw it. She's
No.
yeah. This thing is way too powerful. It's attacked me. With my last action. I guess she's going to scream at everybody in the cart, which, why are they still in the cart? She doesn't know. This giant bear is here.
Here we go.
So the last action will be to, it's just one of those basic actions to just, hey, everybody, get out. It's either your snack food or you get to live another day. Go. And that's the same goes for you, Barillo, and you, Scalanis. Pick up our friend and go.
You are very persuasive. They begin to abandon ship.
If I'm not persuasive enough, please let the bear be persuasive enough.
These are dumbass villagers.
Whatever that last single action allows, she tries to like push them and guide them out of the carriage as they're trying to make their way off, and make their own escapes.
And you're
And
not running?
I don't have any more actions left. She in addition to that, she says, I'll catch up with you guys when I can, or if you can provide cover at a not cover, but provide something, but at a far enough distance. I don't want you to get caught in this. Or if you have a death wish, please stay. feel free to stay and hang and take a whack at the bear.
Gotta be in it to win it. So that's it. Go to Barillo. Your ears are ringing quite loudly, my friend.
Yeah. Am I able to get up?
We're able to get up
Okay.
freely.
Oh, there we go. So I'll use my first action to get up. Head still ringing. Instructions unclear. I just imagine at this point in time.
You would see people starting to run now.
Yeah. I look towards the bear. Do I see? Nah, I don't even. Because she's on the other side of the car, there's no way I can see it. So I'm just gonna run. Run along with the crowd.
Are you gonna spend all 3 actions to follow them?
Well, 2, I guess, because I used 1 to stand up. I don't know if that's an action or not.
It's an action.
Yeah, I'll begin moving backwards.
Okay.
I don't know, I guess
That's 20.
there. Yeah. I don't think there's anything I can do with 1 action. Let me double check.
You can aim at it.
I can cast shield on myself. I'll do that.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's all 3 of my actions, so... at this point, I just call out to Hera to, fall back with us.
As you do so, Hera, as you begin to shout instructions, as Bear enters a frenzy, begins ripping open pieces of the wagon, tearing pieces of the wagon off, swiping anything that gets close enough. You are close enough.
I would think I am, yes. I am just a paw away.
Son of a... That's a nat 1. Well, that ain't gonna get it done. It's gonna roar at you. Make a will save.
"17 this time."
You are deafened 1.
What? What?
As you just hear this loud roar in your ears, almost shattering your eardrums.
That's alright. At least most of the communication we needed to do was done the previous round. And just then with Barillo.
And unfortunately, it's out of action, so we're gonna go up to Scalanis. What are you doing?
Now, the sugar was thrown, right? And it's not paying any attention to that now. It's in a battle frenzy at this point.
Yeah, somebody smacked him on the nose.
All right, I'm going to, I still got my other dagger, the one that I distracted him with. I didn't throw it, did I? I still had it in my hand.
You still had it in your hand.
All right, so I got my rapier and my dagger out. What I'm going to do...
You see civilians for the hills. Brillo's making a break for it.
I'm going to...
Looks like Hera's eardrums are about to bust.
I'm going to whip the dagger. I don't know if he has cover. That's up to you. He's big, so you have to determine how much of that wagon obscures him from me. But I'm going to whip it at whatever I can see here.
What are you trying to do? To
I'm going to whip the
distract him?
No, I'm going to attack him with the dagger and throw it. First attack. 29, natural 20.
That is a critical hit because of the 20.
All right, we're going to critical that. 12 points. Piercing. Then, I don't know if it has attack of opportunity, so, or reach for that matter. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now, if it had reach, it would probably be able to attack me there. That's 10 feet, I think. 5, 10, yeah, it is. That was my second action. Third action, I'm going to strike with the rapier. He's flanked. He's going to have precision damage if I hit. Ugh. All right, so that...
I'd like to use a hero point, Brent.
I don't have one, do I? Thought I used it. Unless you gave me
You don't
one.
have a hero point.
All right, that's my final action. So he is flanked. Orc.
She's
Speaking of
screaming
which-
about, "I said to get out of here. What are you doing going on behind the bear?" And she's screaming way louder than she needs to because
She
she's
is.
deafened.
She is. is
So
it-
she's...
But as a trained fighter, you know the situation that bear is in. You've got him. Come on, do it. Attack.
The sword has not played nice tonight. Except for that one time when I hit you.
Mhm. So I know what you're capable of.
Alright. Fine. She'll just Give it a good old power attack
Yeah.
again. It's 20.
Miss.
Oh, come on. Now her second attack would be at a penalty because of the power attack?
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
looking at that. I'm like, and now this one will be like an absolute
Negative
miss. So instead,
Still, it's flanked. Kyle, it's flanked. Remember. What are you doing? What are you doing? No. Okay.
Oh,
Off into the
just went
trees.
in the... There we go. I was just trying to see, and the red changed the color, so it confused the heck out of me.
The orcs flee.
Yeah, okay. If we're gonna do this, I'm gonna need to change out my weapon. So she backs out. Here, she'll back out just a little bit. Just to get on the opposite side of the carriage. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Barillo, what are you doing? It is pure chaos and pandemonium. You got people running everywhere like rats off a sinking ship. Your ears are ringing loudly. You can't hear anything for the sound of your own heartbeat.
Cool. I am going to cast Forbidding Ward. So I'm gonna cast that. I believe they're just in range. Oh, I think they're just out of range actually. Yeah, it's 30 feet. Dang it.
Yeah, you can step forward and cast
You
it,
can take a 5-foot step.
Yeah.
Still cast.
and that'd be your whole turn. But then again,
Yeah,
Skalanis is
that-
like right
Oh.
next to the beast.
Yeah.
Well, I'm distracting him,
All right.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna call out and like a loud whistle and basically try and corral everybody away from the bear and say, let's beat this. Or like beat feet. Screw fighting this. Oops.
There's something about this bear. So you're running?
Yeah, I'm gonna start running.
Okay.
You gonna take all 3 actions to run?
I don't know, these villagers are pretty dumb. I might have to use a couple actions to corral them, but if I can, yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. That's
Where
fine.
are the villagers, by the way? Have they made it around the corner, or they escape into the woods?
Yeah, they're running into the woods.
Oh.
Wait, the fuck are they? Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna use all 3 actions. I'm just gonna keep whistling and calling and just try and corral them. I don't know if they're coming back or not, but
Well, if they went into the woods, that's bad news. That's pretty stupid for the villagers to have done that. But
Do they know there are wolves in these woods?
yeah, wolves are the thing we need to worry about. Oh,
Hey, like,
Hey,
I
wolves
rolled a
have the
D-
speed.
so we got a dilemma here. I mean, at least you do, Brullo. It's either to try and stick with them and do the morally right thing, I guess, to protect them and gather them together and lead them to safety, or just hightail it out of here up that road and just as far as you can. That's up to you.
uh,
Right, Kyle?
I mean, like, you could either chase the civilians, try to get them back, maybe take the long way around and avoid this section of the road, and then bring them back onto the road down by the bridge. Like, you could do that in 3 actions, we'll say.
Does anyone have any?
Oh, I can gather all of them in 3 actions?
They're running together.
In that case, then I'll do that. I thought it was going to be like spend multiple rounds trying to corral them.
Yeah.
No, that's boring. Nah.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll say that you got all of them together, like you caught up with them right at the wood line, and now you're slowly walking them back down to the bridge, keeping as much distance away from the bear and the road as you can. That sound good?
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm distracting them.
Not anymore.
Nope. Didn't last long.
Because he's gonna turn on you.
Yes. Well, that's distraction. That's what I want.
And he's gonna take a 5-foot step. And then he's gonna throw a claw at you.
He is. Sinister Bear, what are you? Speak to me.
I hate to do it to you, brother. That is a normal success.
He hit me? Armor class 19?
Yep, 23.
23 damage? Right?
About to roll the damage now, but what he rolled was a 23, and you're going to take 18 points of piercing damage.
Alright, I did it wrong. Hold on.
You took 23 damage?
No.
Oh, okay.
18 minus 18 piercing, slashing, whatever it is. Alright.
And as you say, speak to me,
Yes.
you hear this bear whisper. You are unworthy of my words, creature.
Is Scalanis offended by that? Like, how proud of an elf is he?
Nah, this is really concerning to me. All I knew is that this is unnatural. And I'm all about nature and all that good stuff, but this is unnatural. I don't know what this is. And it's got me really concerned and interested. Not worthy. Go ahead, Kyle. What does it do next?
And you can see from this angle, Scalona, something that you did not see before.
Yeah.
Its eyes are glazed over. There seems to be some sort of issue with these eyes.
Like it's blind?
I don't know. You'll have to
Or like an
investigate and find
animated
out.
corpse?
And then it's gonna attack you again.
Of course.
18.
That's a miss.
And then it's gonna whisper one last time. You will serve, or you will die. And that is where we're going to leave tonight's episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Folks, that's going to be our episode. Episode 1. We're going to have episode 2 shortly. Kyle's going to run this again. It was great fun. I loved it. I got to be a player. How do you like that? So thanks for that, Kyle. Everybody give your outros. Kyle, start with you.
I hopefully wasn't too boring or too rage quitty for anybody. I've not done this in a year and a half, and my rust is showing. It showed quite a bit in that combat there, and I do apologize.
You're good.
But I thought story-wise, I think we went pretty good. We're setting a good foundation, especially with that last phrase that bear uttered. kind of setting us up for the next session. Yeah, it was a lot of good fun, but looking forward to strapping up my boots on Marshall into another pickle that we got into over there next week and see what we got going on there. And I just hope that y'all had fun and enjoyed.
Yep.
Be sure to shoot me some feedback. I accept all kinds.
You do. Go ahead, Rachel. What'd you think?
I think it was pretty good. I'm excited to see where the story is going to go. We met an interesting young woman. Hold on, I know her name. So Sarana, that's
Sarana.
it. So that was interesting to meet her. Trying to save the rogue from kidnapping. That was also really interesting. I liked that. That was fun. Getting hit a bunch of times, not fun.
Get
But
used to it,
also
fighter.
unavoidable. Yeah.
Mhm.
Playing a fighter too is really interesting. This was just the first session with it, so I have a lot to remember.
Welcome to my hell.
Especially,
That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah. Definitely a lot to keep in mind because yeah, you're going through all these new actions that you never had before. I'm usually a spellcaster, so I don't have spells to rely on, no skills to rely on.
Mhm.
But I'm sure as we go on, I will get better, and it will be more fun. And combat will, I'll hopefully have a little bit more combat to kind of show off and show up my other allies. You think you're good with the sword? Watch this,
Yeah.
and watch me completely fail.
Fumble.
Fumble, yes. But no, I had a good time. Thanks, Kyle.
Most welcome. Most welcome. Like I said, I do apologize for the rust.
No
No
problem.
need to apologize. You're good. You're good.
Excellent. Patrick, what'd you think, my friend?
Good night, everyone. I'm making breakfast for myself because I gotta go to work. So I'm gonna
Yikes.
be a little quiet here.
All right.
It was good session, Kyle. Yeah, hopefully with more and more the rust comes off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
All right.
I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Where the story goes.
Yeah,
All right, Patrick.
yeah.
All right, Patrick. Thank you. Folks, we're going to be back next time. We've got more Abomination Vaults. Of course, we've got the Wild Beyond. It's going to get more and more interesting as we play. Kyle did a great job. Kudos to Kyle for that, giving me a break from the weekly sessions that I normally do. And I appreciate that. But regardless, we're going to be back. So stay tuned, folks. You guys, hang in there. It's only going to get better. Till next time, folks. Toodaloos.